Okay, this election in 2024 is going to be like it was in 1964 when Barry Goldwater ran against uh, Lyndon Johnson. Uh, it was a disaster. And this one's going to be a disaster. And this is why you're going to have over 30 Democrats leaving. And the reason I'm going to tell you this is because I was a young salesman and I called a Republican congressman that won from Ogdensburg. As a matter of fact, the Republicans won in Ogdensburg district uh, since 1856. So I thought he'd be a very happy guy, but he was very morose and sad and upset. And this is why he told me the House was split 50-50. Then each committee would have 7 Democrats and 7 Republicans on it, and the Speaker of the House would have the deciding vote. It was the tie. And this Armed Services Committee that he was on, it was now be 12 Democrats and 2 Republicans. And that meant for all the subcommittees, he had to be on one of them and he had to show up every day for that. And only be 2 or 3 Democrats on those, the other ones. So he had to work every day while these guys had to take days off, could do campaigning and all that. And that's why they're all leaving. And then he did this, and he worked his butt off, and he worked with the guys. And so, in 1970, around there, he decided he was going to retire. So, what the Democrats did is the last day of the term, they made him chairman. And as chairman, he made Camp Drum Fort Drum by Watertown, New York. And he also got the deal of retiring at a good pay. And then later, when Republican was president, he became ambassador to Canada. So anyway, but that's why all these guys are leaving. They're going to lose their chairs. They're going to have to work their butts off, and so they're letting the other guys get it, and that's why they're leaving, because it's going to be disaster. Because this economy is going to come to a dead stop. You just watch all the traffic on the road and all the buildings that are office buildings that are lit up at night around 5 o'clock. You see all the black spaces where no one's in there. And then, so you got the inflation numbers going wild. And there's all kinds of problems there. So anyway, going to be a real good slaughter this time. And the pendulum goes back and forth. In 1964, it was the Democrats thing. Now it's come back and it's going to be the Republicans. And it's going to swing. And sometime we'll get in the middle. Anyway, thank you for listening and cheerio. Bye. Oh, oh, oh. No. Well, we'll see how this one comes out. Oh, all right. I'm still alive. End stream. End.